Today we're going to go over every single thing that went wrong in the month of May. It's broken. Every year we start off with a huge list of aspirations and optimism based on last year, and we're always ready for the season to come. But right away, I feel like every farm has a few humbling experiences in the spring. So I'm hoping by sharing this video, we can normalize a little bit of understanding that many things go wrong on the farm. Failure is part of the recipe, and we should all be planning and expecting things not to go to plan. Through growing this business, what we've realized is that even when we improve, there are never less problems. We're just getting better at handling them. So here's 5 major things that went wrong in May and what we did about them. And hopefully you can help on the last one because it's still kind of a problem in one of our greenhouses, and we'll get to that later. So these carrots germinated perfectly, but then after they popped up, we just started to see massive lengths just get demolished, and we weren't sure what it was. Now, historically, we used to put spring carrots under row cover, and I think that's why we never had this problem. Now that we're using cat tunnels, they're not being protected from insects, and I'm suspicious that some insect is just really hungry in the spring and is eating them then, but we don't have that problem in the summer. So the solution that we've chosen is to use insect netting on all of our spring plantings of carrots. So the benefit of these insect nettings is that they can lay right on the crop. So the carrots can easily germinate underneath. There's no thermal capacity to these, so they're not affecting the growth of the carrot at all. And then once they've germinated and started to grow and are at a healthy size to not be able to be just completely bitten off by insects, then we can remove this and begin to stay on top of cultivating and things like that. This one is out of our control. This spring was extremely cold, so we haven't been able to get as much salad as early as we're used to. So it hasn't been on our chef list and has been hurting our overall sales. But this is more of a mindset one because the solution is to adjust and also understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Every season has its challenges that are ultimately things that we cannot control. The benefit to being a diversified small-scale farmer is that we're not tied up in one crop, and we can count on the diversity that we grow to help our overall sales. So while this one thing is behind, our sales are still on point, and we're looking at the season that way so that we're not getting caught up on the little losses. We can stay optimistic and stay positive throughout the season as we get these hits. So in the grand scheme of things, it's important to remember that these little things aren't going to make or break the season. We want to keep our head up, stay positive, and look at the whole picture as we move throughout the year. In the spring, during a really cold night, and also, as happens on cold nights, a big sort of windstorm, this entire door just blew open. So unfortunately, we had just been transferring our automation and hadn't updated the alerts. So we didn't get an alert through the night, and this door was open all evening. The furnace was trying to go to keep the temperature up, and it reached down to around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, like just a couple nights after we transplanted our cucumbers and tomatoes. I wish I could say that we had some amazing solution for this, but unfortunately they were just totally stunted. But they're doing amazing now and everything's good, but it's just one of those emotional hits that you deal with. So the solution was to just readjust the door and have this latch sit a much more solid. We thought it was fine the way it was, but sometimes you just learn by error, and unfortunately Mother Nature again can be very humbling. So number 4 was that the BCS tractor actually broke down right during bed prep, and we had so many plots, beds that we needed to prep. We used the rotary plow to rebuild beds. We used the tiller to shallow till if it needs to be incorporated. And it's been actually amazing because this kick-ass crew did it all by hand. We've done that before, but it wasn't expected, and they went above and beyond. Look at this plot. It's phenomenal. It's going to be home to a lot of flowers, and this was filled with quackgrass. It needed to be edged, and they just totally kicked ass, and this is only one of 3. Number 5, we're back in the greenhouse for the big doozy. Something that has been a little problem here for a few years, but has grown into maybe a massive problem. And that is the grasshoppers. Look at this. We've honestly tried, well, not everything, but we've tried a lot. We tried to vacuum them. We tried diatomaceous earth. And now we also have purchased praying mantis, but they've got a long way to go before they're going to be eating any grasshoppers because they're very small right now. So fortunately, the solution is just that we'll be cropping out this basil that they seem to be really damaging, and they have not been damaging the tomatoes or the cucumbers. So we're replacing this basil with our second succession of cucumbers, which was in the crop plan anyways. So that's great. It's just basically made this planting that we would have profited a lot off of completely unusable. So if anyone has any solutions for getting grasshoppers out of the greenhouse, please throw them at us. This is the one problem that we didn't have a solution for. And yeah, I hope this video makes you feel better about your farm this spring. I know we all start out with the biggest aspirations, and accidents, problems, and Mother Nature is so quick to humble us. So I wanted to share what's happening here at Terramore Farm to hopefully make you feel better about what's going on at your home, your business, your farm. Thanks so much for checking it out. I hope this opened up your mind and makes you feel better about what's to come. View it as a marathon, not a sprint. Happy growing.